Hello, everybody. Hello to you. Hello. Hello to you. Hello. Hello to you. And the island San Salvador. You've been here before. Here I'm again. You are welcome, all American, to the shore.
At 24 degrees latitude and 74 degrees longitude lies the Bahamas' best-kept secret. The island of San Salvador is a place without the hustle and bustle of modern-day America. An island reminiscent of simpler times, when 3 cars passing was considered heavy traffic, gas prices were not front-page news, and the sun was your only dryer. At only 12 miles long and 5 miles wide, San Salvador is home to only about 1,000 people. It has one main roadway surrounding the island that only takes about an hour to circle.
Okay. I was born and grew here. Born on the island, grew right on the island. Started doing this like from since I was like 7. Planting little straws. It's like the people have a different attitude in the Bahamas from elsewhere. And I love it because it's very quiet. No crimes. We don't have that kind of stuff in the Bahamas. Not here, not in San Salvador. Might be few places elsewhere, other different islands, but not in San Salvador.
I like America because it's better. You could go places, have fun. But I like over here more because it ain't like much killing and stuff over here. It's very peaceful.
San Salvador is a deeply religious island, with the churches to prove it. The settlements are riddled with churches all along the island. On this Sunday, my group and I decided to go and participate in the only church that could squeeze our 60-person bulk. The small church was warm inside, relying on only a few fans to protect the occupants from the sweltering heat, but no one seemed to notice on this day. Today, Mass was dedicated to the younger members. The discomfort was forgotten as the audience, who were at least 2/3 visitors from Club Med or the Research Center, watched the children perform songs and dances they were working on for weeks. People come from countries all over the world, not only to experience the unique culture of San Salvador, but to partake in the world-class diving. Whether for sport or for study, the water is always warm and the visibility is clear on these gorgeous reefs. Currently, the island's main sources of tourism are a small dive resort called the Riding Rock, the Gerace Research Center, and a French Club Med resort.
The Americans, I take them to my heart, like you folks. But you have some come from France. They're not friendly. They go around punching up the nose and stuff like that. I don't know if you all have ever seen that. They don't care about Americans. I'm telling you, no, they don't stop even to come buy anything from us. No way, not Club Med. And when they come out, they just come out and pass. Look and they pass.
Yeah.
Or if they come to the stall and I said, can I help you? To something is you like? Just looking. Oh, they're trying to be like they don't hear you.
Many businesses along the island benefit from the colleges and conservation groups that study at the Research Center for small chunks of the year. But until then, times can be hard. The Research Center, like the high school, was converted from an old U.S. Navy base. Now it houses students and conservationists who study the coral reef environment around the island. George Wolf, a science teacher at the Loudoun County Academy of Science, runs a yearly trip to the field station with his high school group.
When I was in college in May of 1974, I signed up to go on this trip to San Salvador. I remember my first teaching job in the States. Some of the students wanted to form a science club. And I said, well, what kinds of things you want to do? They said, we don't know, you're the science teacher. And one of the things I always wanted to do was to return to that island. And I said, you want to go to the Bahamas? And we went down there and immersed ourselves in mostly the science and the field station itself. I take them to church on Sundays, not because I'm religious, but because that was the biggest opportunity they had to experience the Bahamian culture.
I'm the executive director of the Gerace Research Center. I've been doing this for a little over 2 years, working on San Salvador. At the research center, we employ approximately 20 people between the kitchen staff, cleaning staff, maintenance, other aspects of the facility. Probably puts us, Club Med is the biggest employer on the island. They employ around 300 or so people. And then after that would be places like us, the Riding Rock, or the electric company.
My night job is the research center. I run the snack bar. Living in San Salvador with my 2 kids, I found it safe and you don't have to really worry about them because it's not like crimes and you don't have to worry about problems or anything like that. So I prefer them schooling in the island of San Salvador.
There are only 2 schools on the island. The high school, located on the northern tip, and the primary school, near Coburn Town.
Those 2 go to the same school.
Yeah?
I go to a different school. I go to San Salvador High School. San Salvador Primary School is 1 through 6, and high school is 7 through 12.
Like some of the rules in the school, you can't even wear white socks. The boys can't wear white socks. And they say it doesn't look good. They say can't wear the round t-shirt, gotta wear a V-neck.
And you can come to school without your necktie or your waistband for girls.
When they're going to school, you have to make lunches for them because they don't have places like in Florida and different places where they can go and buy snacks or have a cafeteria there that they can buy lunch. So you have to make the lunches, just like if they were home. You just go out and when they come home in the afternoon, they're quite all right.
Children are well versed in the island's history in school, not only for their own knowledge, but to pass the knowledge on along to tourists as well. They genuinely enjoy informing tourists about their island.
I have kids in school, my grandkids, and I knew they in college now, and they would love to have someone to tell them things just as well. So I appreciate doing it for you.
You know, Bahamian, especially the elementary and the high school kids, when tourists come around, they enjoy themselves. If you ask a question, they can answer. Yeah, they doesn't mind telling you about the island and about the schools and stuff. It's fun to them. They learn from you and you learn from them.
This island may be small, but it is richer in history than a place 10 times its size. San Salvador boasts the only kerosene-powered lighthouse still running in the Western Hemisphere, a monument from the 1968 Mexican Olympic Games, and it was on this very island that Columbus first landed in 1492 on his journey to the New World.
You can see in the rock where he put his footstep, and that is still there. Someone was trying to take that out, and they couldn't get it out. And he didn't come from this way, because this way is not the east. He had to come from that way, because that is where he put his footstep, and nowhere else on the island, and nowhere else have it. And we cherish that, and we don't want it to change, not to give to other islands, because naturally it didn't come nowhere else but to San Sal. This was the first place.
It is generally concluded that Christopher Columbus did originally land on San Salvador, but more specifically in Fernandez Bay. He reports in his journal docking in a harbor large enough to house all of the boats in Christendom, an order certainly within reach of Fernandez Bay. San Salvador is as close to an untouched tropical paradise as you are likely to find in today's world of high-tech gadgetry and social unrest. The people there have the long-forgotten quality of genuine kindness. This is the only place I have ever traveled to where friendly wave hello is not only common, but expected.
I love it because it's home. No place like home. Oh.